But Tommy Gunz, now you're going to get, eventually, again, like I said to everybody, look at Bozo basically said sorry. Grimy Shug, the Paramount General, he said sorry. Lefty basically said sorry. And eventually you're going to say sorry. But the problem is, with those fools, they're LA fools. It's not a big deal. But for you, it's more personal, right? What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Bolcho of the Bolcho Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. Today we're talking about Tommy Gunz, the new Lefty Gunplay, the top clown, the new clown, bro. The new dude that's going to do the same thing that Grimy Shug did, that Lefty did, and now we got the new clown on the block. We had Bozo before that. I just feel like they put a clown up and we just knock him down. Today we're talking about Tommy Gunz, an up-and-coming rapper coming out of Pekes Lee, California. Pixley to you. Sword gang to you. Sword gang, mic drop, sword gang. Nah, but today, real quick, bro. I don't know, bro. So, again, here we're trying to be the voice of reason, bro. And there's a vato that's coming up in the rap game. He just got co-signed by No Jumper. He's been on every fool, like a Chicano podcast, this, that. He went at it with Blue Devil. Got in his feelings, but dude got the face. He got the face card. He's really from an area. He got a cool little personality. I kind of like his rap scheme. It's kind of like Drake. Oh. But the one thing, bro. The one thing that will make you lose it all or never get it in the first place is dissing your own people. And I know to you, Norteños are not your own people. And they diss you and this and that. And they really, punished you when you were a kid maybe or something. And, that's why you joined the neighborhood and all that. Because I guess you were good at sports, homie. What happened? ¿Qué pasó, baby? Sorry. I get a little excited. ¿Qué pasó, baby? Why, bro? Look at that. You got a good face piece, good personality. You should have stayed in sports. I actually like your music. But this is the thing. Somebody say, I grew up in Northern California. I want to listen to your music. But then you just start dissing crazy all through it. I just want to remind you real quick before you do what I tried to tell Lefty to do. And now he's saying sorry. He's getting rejected at his own, Kendrick Lamar shows, SoFi Stadium. He's making a fool of himself with Shorty, at the Shorty or whatever his name is, a concert, taking over the mic and deboing the situation. You can't. One thing I've learned, bro, I tried to debo Icon, bro, and he deboed me out of my situation at the fool community. And now he's not even at the fool community. So you can't debo your way into this thing. So I just don't get it, people, why these rappers think that they gotta diss the old school guys. You guys remember the old school guys? It's like they were gangbanging and then they got into the rap scene and then it was like a secret. They would sneak diss, right? So if you know, you know. But these fools are naming names, putting addresses on it, and usually I like that. But the problem is you alienate a huge population of people. Think about the successful Chicano Latino rappers. Jeezy does not diss the ops. Peso talks about gangster shit all day, but does not put names on his ops. I'm guessing he probably does some dissing, does some things, but you have to really catch it. It's not on Front Street. Who else, bro? Lefty Gunplay's falling off, dog. And I tried to show him a little bit of love, but he just keeps showing you who he really is, a junkie that needs help. And back to Tommy Gunz. Tommy Gunz. Recently, one of the homies, shout out to Latin Active 209, I think. That's the homie, man. It's a good homeboy from Northern California. He recently, and this is real quick, I just want to say, this is what happens, Tommy, is you diss the other side, and then the other side disses you back, and when does it end? So I'm not even going to react to it. It's about 3 minutes. Go check it out. Just put in Tommy Gunz, Pixley, and it's one of the homies, Land Active. He goes down there, and he goes around asking people at the grocery store if they know who Tommy Gunz is. And of course, not like at the little mini marts and the ghetto spots. And, you know, for places that are that small, you know what I mean? Like if you go to the hood stores in my area, you don't know who I am, but like there's a lot of places. For most places, you ask who Vulture is, they're going to be like, who the hell are you talking about, dog? Poncho? There's a lot of ponchos. You know, you'd have to like run into somebody that looks like me, that acts like me, that you might think that listens. Well, you know, you feel me? But like, so I feel like that it was funny. It was really funny, especially when he was like, "Does anybody know Tommy Gunz?" At the end, that was pretty funny, bro. But. You know what I mean? And then there's like a bunch of Norteños doing Tommy Gunz disses and all this Norteño rapper. Shout out to them. But this is what I'm saying, Tommy, is you get all this attention. Oh, all this attention. I'm emotional. I need attention. I didn't have a father. You know what I mean? Again, another fool without a father, I think. Dog, you gotta think like, this isn't checkers, bro. You're just thinking about the next step in front of us. You're just thinking about, let me diss and get on. But what about when you get on and then you can't go nowhere? What about when Ralphie the Plug bumps your music, but then he finds out that you're dissing Norteños and he's black and he doesn't want to alienate a bunch of, you know, Northern California. He wants to be nice in the Bay. Why do you think Lefty just got kicked off the Shoreline Mafia tour? Because of his antics, because that he's a liability. And yeah, maybe you don't have. You even mentioned it that you might have an alcohol problem, man. I understand that. I had one of those. But the problem is, bro, if you don't get a handle on alcohol is going to get a handle on you. It got a handle on me. I burned all my bridges. All this people hate on me, bro, it's not because there's no weirdo things. It's because I was a dick when I drank. I would just be mean. That's why people, and now I'm living good and they're mad. I might be in a garage, but it's my garage. Most of you fools live in apartments, let's be honest. You know what I mean? You don't got that. I live in a good area. Most of you fools still live in the hood. Let's be honest. Worst case, you live one block outside the hood. You're still in there, bro. Not me, man. I'm in the bubble. I'm staying here. I just want you guys to see and experience what I get to experience. I don't care. I already have a good life. I don't need your, you know. This is nothing. This is a hobby. This is for fun. This is for shit and giggles, bro, honestly. But Tommy Gunz, now you're going to get, eventually, again, like I said to everybody, look at Bozo basically said sorry. Grimy Shug, you know what I mean? The Paramount General, you know what I mean? He said sorry. Lefty basically said sorry. And eventually you're going to say sorry. But the problem is, with those fools, they're LA fools. It's not a big deal. You know, it's not a big deal. But for you, it's more personal, right? And that's where it becomes a problem. So you say you're all comfortable living in LA, moving around in LA, you can like breathe. But bro, LA is a very small market when you think about making money all over, like when you could be traveling all over. OGZ and them you could be on tour with them. They're going to go to San Jose. They're going to go to San Francisco. They're going to go to Oakland. They're going to go to Sacramento. You can't go to none of those places. They're going to go to Fresno, bro. You definitely can't go there. So where can you go? San Diego, LA, Utah, like what, Arizona, Texas, maybe? But nobody over there wants to hear this kind of music. Even Flacco, No Jumper. He says, yeah, it's good music, but he has to evolve his sound. So I'm just giving you words of advice like I gave Lefty. Look at my old Lefty videos. Stop dissing the Norte, dog. Because we're your motherfucking daddy. Not just playing. I'm just saying. Because, bro, you're going to say eventually you're going to tone it down. You're going to be like, my bad. I was in my little, young stage, bro. You're in a gang, bro. You're 19 years old. You're a grown man. There's no more excuses. See your homeboy Demon? He carries himself like an honorable homeboy, dog. He can go places. He might be able to move around out here in the Northern California jungle. But you, my boy, bro, not valid. Like the homeboy said, who is Tommy Gunz? Nobody knew who you were over there, bro. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep this short. I just want to know what you guys think. Does Tommy Gunz has a chance of making it? Can he be like these guys in the back, or is he gonna be another clown, another buffoon, another fool that basically clowns around for, you know, to get clout, but then, you know what I mean? Because some of these fools have talent, dog. Grimy Suge has talent, dog. That fool has talent. Lefty doesn't really have talent. Bozo doesn't really have talent, but, you know, so, I mean, they're all right, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to tell you, Tommy, stop the dissing, because you're going to have fools like this, fools coming out of the woodwork for you on the YouTube yard lot and in the real streets, bro. And again, this is a place of voice. This is a place, I'm trying to create a space to be the voice of reason. My bad. I was already thinking about my next thought. I know you guys, I post this, I don't go live, but most of this is, I don't do like 2 or 3 edits, bro. This is straight from the hip. I think about it a couple hours before. And I'm like, why the hell am I getting on a mic even talking about these things? But if somebody doesn't say it, I gotta say it, bro. Tommy, you're a talented young man, bro. There's no reason to diss people. You already survived the war. Imagine like a war veteran and then going around and dissing the ops. It'd be kind of like weird, like, F the Vietnamese, F the Japanese, F the Germans. After the war was over, most people, you know, you should be celebrating that you survived, homeboy. And you gotta remember you have a daughter, homeboy. I'm not trying to get into your family life, but the reality is, you gotta live for your hood. You gotta live for your family. You can't die for your hood. You can't die for your daughter. You gotta live for your daughter. That's a problem that boys don't understand. They think they have to die for things. But men understand that we gotta live as long as we can for things that matter. Like our daughters, our sons, our parents, our family members that rely on us. You put Pixley on the map, bro. Make people proud of you. And be honorable. Use that personality. Be honorable. Stop dissing every other word. Every other... God dang, bro. I can't even listen to your music anymore because it's like the next word is a diss. It's like you're overcompensating. It's like little dick energy, bro. Hopefully that's not you. That'll probably come out too. Anyway, this is your boy Pocho, the Pocho Podcast. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me know in the comments if it's Tommy Gunz on the come up, or is that the fool going to be another buffoon and going to be saying sorry to the Norte one day soon. This is your boy Pocho 1, and I'm out.